Hey everybody, thanks for watching Retro Tech Toys. We're back again today, and we're going to look at something a little different. I mean, actually a lot different than I'm used to looking at. This is a phone case. Oh my gosh, why are we looking at a phone case? Like, who cares? I care, and I think you guys will care, because this isn't just your typical phone case. This is a phone case that I paid $1.95 for. And it's not just a phone case that I paid $1.95 for. It's a phone case that has 36 classic games on it. Not on the phone, on the phone case. So essentially, this is a phone case that is basically a gaming device that protects my gaming device. And I'd show you, it kind of fits on my phone. I have a Note 9, and it will fit on my phone, even though some of the buttons are different. And I actually plan to use it when I don't need my camera and stuff. But here's the thing. This isn't just like a case, you know? This thing plays video games. And I didn't believe it actually worked, but it does work. I tried it out at the store, and I want you guys to see it today, because I've never seen anything like this. I don't think this is going to be a very long video, and that's okay. But, you know, I found this today, and I did not realize that there was a gaming device that would protect my gaming device, which is my phone. And like I was going to say, I'd show you how it fits on the phone and all that, but I kind of use my phone to record this show, so I can't do that. So I'm sorry about that. Like my Note 9 is what I use to make this show. So let's take it out and let's look at it. It's all taped up and I don't want to mess with it, but it pops right out. Again, this is the same video game store that I get a lot of really cool, weird stuff at. It's my favorite store. They sell used media. They sell, you know, music and CDs and games and game consoles and musical instruments and books and pretty much toys, like anything you can think of, they have it. They have board games. They have everything. Again, you know, just so you know, I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. They're just like my favorite store in the city. So here's the case itself. As you can see, it's for the Note 10 Pro. You can tell it's got controls. And when I first saw this, I was like, there's no way that those are actual controls for a gaming system. You look at this, it's paper thin. I mean, this is just a rubber thing that protects the phone, that goes around the phone to hold it in place. But the actual device is crazy thin. So this is kind of where we are now. We can play like super cool classic games on something this thin. And I'm not even going to put my phone in this to show you. It's got a rechargeable battery, so that's how they take care of a lot of the thickness. Is, you know, you're not using your phone's battery, and you're not using like external like AA batteries or anything like that. So basically you got a micro USB, and it just plugs in and you charge it. Now this one was already charged when I bought it, so we can check it out now, and I'm really excited to see what's on it. I didn't mess with it too much. All I did was turn it on and make sure it worked before I bought it. And to be honest with you, I probably would have bought it anyway, even if it didn't work. One of the most interesting things about it is that this is what it looks like if you're holding your phone upright, so you could look at your phone screen and have all your buttons where they're supposed to be. And the game part of it would be upside down. So I don't know if there's a reason for that, but you turn your phone upside down and bam, there you go. You got your game system going here. And this thing has, you know, a D-pad, and it's got on and off button. It's got a reset button. It's got A and B. It's got a sound button, and it's got a start and pause button. And there's even a speaker. It's got its own speaker. So this doesn't do anything with your phone. All it does is act as a phone case. It powers itself. It's got its own speaker. It's got its own controls. It's got its own everything. So this is a completely independent device that just happens to also be a phone case. And I had never seen one of these before. I'm sure some of you out there have. I have not. So really cool. If you're ready to turn this thing on, I know I am. Let's do it. And there we go. It's asking for English, or I want to zoom in just a little bit so we can kind of see what's going on. It's asking if I want to do, you know, what language I want. So let's select English. And for that, you'll have to hit the start button. And there are all the games. Let's see what we have. We have Super Contra, Balloon Fight, Spartan X. We've got Arkanoid, Donkey Kong, Super Mario Brothers, Tetrisa. Ooh. Excite Bike. 5 Chess. Mahjong. Galaga. Boom Man. Ice Climber. Circus. Pinball. Soccer. Puyan. Pac-Man. Mario Bros. Like the first one. Battle City. Load Runner. Nuts Milk, which we have seen a couple times, I think, on some previous Chinese consoles. F1 Race, Tennis, Olympic, Road Fighter, Chinese Chess, Urban Champion, Badminton, 1942, Macross, Sky Destroyer, Mappy, Penguin Coon Wars, Bomb Jack, Star Force, and that's it. Those are the games. So there are some filler games, but there are quite a few classic games on here. And again, I'm sure they don't have the license to distribute this thing. I mean, I know they don't, but that's okay. But let's try Super Contra. Look at that. It works really well. Like, this is a really, really cool gaming device, if I'm being completely honest with you. It's a little dark, so it's kind of hard to see what you're doing, but I think I could probably rig up some kind of little LED backlight to add to whatever backlight they're using here if I wanted to. So let's go back and check out some of the other games. I'm curious about Super Mario Brothers. It's always included on these things, so I kind of want to see how it holds up. And again, like I said, it's really dark. I'm wondering if it needs to be charged. I think that's what's going on. I think this thing needs to be charged for a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off camera for a little while, and I'm going to charge it, and I'm going to come back. But yeah, that's exactly what's happening. So let me charge this for a little while, and I will actually be right back. Okay, I'm back. So what I'm doing actually is I've got it plugged into my Echo, to what I usually have my Amazon Echo plugged into. So it looks like I can play it while it's charging. So let's go back and try this again. Let's select English, and let's go back in and try to play some video games. The screen is much brighter now. All right, I'm actually impressed with this thing. Like, I can't believe that they would have this kind of quality built into a phone case. Because, I mean, the buttons are not the most responsive buttons, I'm going to be completely honest. But I think the screen actually looks really good. And I don't know what the battery life is like, I have to be honest, because I bought this used. But I imagine it's probably not bad. And, you know, it's just a micro USB charging device. One thing I've noticed that they messed up with is the A and B buttons are kind of reversed, and that's a problem. It does make it harder to play. But it's still playable. But, you know, you're gonna have to relearn everything. But, you know, that doesn't make this device any less impressive to me. And even though it technically fits the dimensions of my phone, it's still not quite perfect because it doesn't have the same buttons that my Note 9 has. But I'm probably still going to use it when I'm out and about, because I'm out a lot with my phone. I'm actually out hunting for things to do episodes and stuff on. And it'd be really fun to take this along with me when I go to those places. And eventually I do plan on upgrading to a Note 10, so that would actually work perfectly. But yeah, there's Super Mario. Let's try something else. Oh, let's do Excite Bike. That's actually one of my favorite games of all time. And this one will be a lot easier to play, too, with the buttons that are switched. Since, you know, one button is for like turbo acceleration and one's for just regular acceleration. That's not going to mess you up very badly at all. Yeah, I find Excite Bike to be extremely playable. But, do we want to explore any of the other stuff on here? I'm not going to take you through some of the weird stuff, but... And if anybody has any suggestions on games that you'd like to see me play on here that I haven't, or that I didn't play in this episode, I'll do another quick video and play a couple of these games. So just let me know. 1942 is one of my favorite games. Let's see what this Road Fighter thing is all about. I'm curious. Okay, I gotta already tell you the switch buttons does make this a little odd, but not that much. It's just I'm so used to the NES controller, so to have the buttons be the wrong way is really odd. Alright, let's try one more, and that's going to be it. I did say this episode was not going to be that long, and it is turning out to be a little bit longer. You know how that goes. Let's just try the regular Mario Bros. Alright, Mario Brothers, let's do this. You can probably hear that speaker a lot better now. Since it's charging, it sounds so much better. And this is absolutely a little device that I am never going to give up. Like, I do sell some of the things that I buy because I decide I want to collect other things. This I'm keeping. This is so cool. And I was never the biggest fan of the first Mario Brothers, so you have to forgive me. My playing is not that good. Let's try one more game. I am sort of curious about their version of 1942. Again, it's another one of my favorite games. It'd be cool if they had like an RPG or something on here. I realize that there's no way they could have any kind of saving feature enabled on this tiny little thing, but it'd be cool to at least mess with Legend of Zelda or something like that. Yeah, it's a faithful port, man. It's really cool. I mean, clearly it's not really a port. I mean, clearly it's just the ROM that's been put on a device. But, you know, it works really well. The controls are just fine. And, I mean, I saw a little bit of screen tearing here and there, but it wasn't that bad. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off now and let it charge. But that is the... I don't even know what this thing is called. It's called the Classic Nostalgic Game Cell Phone Shelf. But anyway, you know, I think they're trying to say the Classic Nostalgic Game Cell Phone Shell. But yeah, it's cool, and I like it a lot. I think it's really neat. That's not my color of choice, but I didn't really get a pick. You know, this was used, and I picked it up, and I was like, what is this? And I just thought this was decorative, and then it said it had 36 games on it, and I saw it was $2. So just kind of through the plastic, I turned it on and tested it out, and it turned on, and there were games, and I was like, well, for $2, this might be the cheapest handheld that I've ever gotten near. So there you go. Here's a $1.95 handheld game console that has 36 games, some of which are actually quite good. And I'd pick one of these up if it was cheap enough, which clearly I did. But were I you and I found this, even if I didn't have a phone that would fit in it, I'd pick it up just because it's cool. I wouldn't pay too much for it, though. I mean, I probably wouldn't pay any more than this, or maybe $5. But that's all I've got for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I love checking out weird things like this, and I'm always looking for more. So thanks for watching Retro Tech Toys. If you want me to play any of these games, I'll bring this back on for another episode. And if you have any suggestions on weird stuff that you'd like to see featured, I'm definitely open to that too. Just leave everything in the comments. I really appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for watching Retro Tech Toys, and I'll see you next time.